Why are you calling me?
Hello. I wanted to explain the difference between max stacks and average stacks, because my chat tells me you might not quite understand that the buff for Furina is also still a buff for Neuvillette and Riesling.
It is a buff. I understand, don't worry. It is a buff, okay. But it might, in some situations where you're not running other healers, nerf Furina's personal damage because your characters are not going to be above 50%.
Oh, well, that was always going to be the case.
Yeah, but they're...
if you were going to run Prototype Amber...
Especially if you're running Prototype Amber on...
I understand you want to do that before. It wouldn't have consistently worked before anyway. So
yeah, but you're losing some uptime on it. Like, it's not... I was not saying it was a nerf. Yeah. Don't worry. Like, it's like it's a buff, not in every single way. But yeah.
Bro literally calls a person. Like, I think the discourse is important to have, right? But the thing that I want to point out is it's not necessary. Your like average stack gain. If your average stack gain is let's say 290 with Neuvillette now because you cap at 300, that's still 90 damage percent or like 80 damage percent. Which is what it was before, or no, it was less than that before. It was like 70, 60 before averaged. So like generally, no matter what, you're getting more damage percent from Furina now than you were before. You also get that damage percent faster because the average is higher.
Yeah, now there's just no like before you would have had an incentive and stuff like Neuvillette teams to like run healers that can front load some healing so you get actually higher damage. Right?
You still you kind of do, as like with Neuvillette you're incentivized for a healer because Furina does.
I don't know about that.
Damage.
Because like by the time you swap to Neuvillette, you've already consumed like a decent amount of HP on him, and then he charge attacks and you restore back to full health. So you're like
my point is the incentive is Furina's damage, not necessarily Neuvillette's. Right?
I guess so, yeah. But
if you like, here is an example of like the damage distribution for these teams. This is an extreme example of just focusing on their damage. Specifically, Furina does a bit, like about half of Neuvillette's damage, a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That is losing the HP drain buff on that by only having Neuvillette be the character above 50%.
Yeah. My point is basically just like you gain less from running healers.
Yeah.
And I like actually, what do you think about the buff? Do you think it's like do you like it or dislike it?
I like it, but it's also like it's overstepping. To be completely fair,
I don't like it.
I like it because she's just better. Like, there's no way about it. There's not really a negative.
she's better, and I don't like it.
Yeah, they simplified a lot of like, they got rid of the meme builds, right? They killed Prototype Amber. They killed.
What? No, they didn't. They didn't change. Prototype Amber did not really change. What do you mean they killed it?
I'm talking about what? Prototype Amber used to be able to heal positively. It's not anymore.
It doesn't matter. You're still healing the same amount.
You want to be above 50% as long as possible for Furina's personal damage.
Yeah, and you lose a little bit of personal damage, and in exchange for that, you'll gain your stacks faster.
Okay. But like, it's singularly less recommendable.
I don't think, unironically, I think it's an incredibly minor change for those teams.
Interesting. I think they somewhat
because time spent below 50% means that you're basically at like you've gotten all of your stacks.
But again, it's not just about the stacks. You need Furina to do damage.
Yeah, but you'll still spend a decent amount of time above 50%. Like you're not losing out on that much uptime above 50%, right? It's like your drain is about 25% faster now, right?
Yeah.
So your time spent above 50% goes from like 20 seconds to 15 seconds.
I'm also somewhat worried about what happens when enemies hit you, because damage is somewhat unavoidable in a lot of more recent encounters. You can't just look at no incoming damage scenarios.
Yeah, that's fair. But that was going to happen with Prototype, with like before this.
There's always
anyways,
Prototype Amber, but it's even easier to interrupt now.
Anyways, my point is just I think it's overall like an. I don't even know if it's actually a nerf because like you're also just getting like more damage per stacks. I think overall it's and the lower ER requirements. I think it's overall a buff to those teams.
Overall, yeah. I think relative to other teams, I don't think that's
Yeah.
as well.
But it didn't kill it if it just made it better and then made other things also better, you know?
That's fair.
If it was a viable thing before, it's gonna be still viable now.
That's fair enough, actually. I was more fixated on trying to be HP positive.
Being HP positive is nice and it's useful, but I don't think it's
important.
that big of a deal.
I think it's pretty important, right? You want to, when everyone is permanently, or not permanently, let's say you're at 50% HP for 25% of your rotation, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to get sniped by enemies.
I mean, that's gonna happen at fucking 55% HP too, you know? Like, it's not that big of a difference, man.
Fair enough. Regarding, like, Gene stuff, have you looked at how many stacks you get immediately from someone like Gene now?
You get like 200. It's hilarious.
You get like 260. You get like that max.
Wait.
You guys should call more. Thank you, big guy Abe.
Yeah.
Bond of Life moment. How does Bond of Life interact with Furina?
It probably just doesn't do anything because your HP is not changing. Oh.
He's your present. He's getting a skin.
I don't like the changes because I feel like all it does is it makes it so that her unique mechanics matter less.
Well,
now you just press Q on Gene and you're at max stacks. Well, congrats.
Her unique mechanic is the risk-reward gameplay factor. It's not necessarily about juggling the HP. It's just her making gameplay difficult. You're more fragile. You're more dependent on healing.
Not if you think so. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
No, you still are.
Yeah, but you are more fragile, but not fragile enough to die. Let's be real.
Why wouldn't you be?
I'm saying so's too good.
Okay. Sure. Xingqiu negates any damage. Real.
He does. It sure as fuck feels like he does. Why am I HP positive when I play fucking Hyper Bloom with Raiden, huh? You wanna explain that to me, jstern?
No, I don't really care to. Because you're not losing 2.5% of your HP every second.
True. But I'm never going below 50% HP.
What else was... I was gonna say something else. Like, yeah, regarding Furina buffs, like, she's a better character. You're still engaging with the risk-reward gameplay element. She still is, like, when Yelan is an offensive trait for Xingqiu's defensive, Furina is that even more so, which is the design, like, I guess, design objective.
Yeah.
It would be like if they made a second Bennett, but this Bennett doesn't heal. That is literally the equivalency, right?
Yeah. Although, like, you actually have to play some form of, like, healing with her. Whereas you can get away with not doing that with Xingqiu and Yelan. Like, it's not just, like, she is incredibly more offensive, trades all defense for offense. She actually forces you to have some defense on the rest of your team.
Yes, she does. Which is... Why is this cat drowning? Someone send help! Someone send... This poor cat! This poor... Wait, what? Why is there a cat there? I don't know. Can this cat even move? Oh, it can.
What is bro talking about? Called me to complain about a cat. Ain't no way.
That's just placed in the middle of the water. That's just like... Cat descended into the primordial sea. Cat saved. Whew.
5 out of 6, true.
Did they change Furina's healing bonus, by the way? I don't think they did.
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah. Also, her dreading more HP and giving you less healing bonus also similarly, like, affects your survivability.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have you seen with Riesli? Riesli plus Furina drain, he loses 120% of his health every rotation. It's not a joke. That's not a joke,
man.
That's not a joke. You need to stay above 50% HP while
It's
losing
fine.
120%.
It's a Bain-Marie moment.
I mean, he gets back.
Wait, have you heard of the Bain-Marie team?
The what?
Okay, bro. I cooked. Okay, so hear me out. All right, Risley,
Okay.
Furina,
Okay.
Baiju,
Based.
Chengling.
Stop it. It's burn melt. It's burn melt.
It's burn melt, but you're also vaping every vapable hit from Furina and getting Burgeons.
Yeah, that's actually fine. You're not really getting versions, but
You are because the like Risley is weakening the burning aura to 1.5 U, which makes Furina get vapes and blooms.
oh
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be his. I'm calling. It's gonna be his best team.
All right, there you go. He's cooked.
I have cooked. Zajef is back, man.
All right, flambe Risley.
No,
Yeah, we're
Bain-Marie.
flambe now.
it's Bain-Marie.
It's flambe.
No,
It's a French cooking technique. It's flambe.
do you know what a Bain-Marie is?
No, I actually don't.
Okay, let me read from the wiki.
Let me read from a wiki.
Bain-Marie, also known as a water bath or double boiler, is a type of heated bath, and is a piece of equipment used.
I'm not sure I want to take a bath with Riesling.
Used in cooking to heat materials gently or to keep materials warm over a period of time. A bain-marie is also used to melt ingredients for cooking.
Yes, I do know what this is. It's okay. I do know this then.
It's water used to melt.
I still think flambe is better.
There's no water in flambe.
Too bad. There's alcohol. It's a fluid.
Fluids are not interchangeable.
Why not? Most fluids contain water.
All right, go fucking come back to me when your body is fucking 70% ethanol.
I will.
I don't think so.
Where's my alcohol? Furina hurts your team. She can be considered alcohol. That's true. She burns you. She's literally poisonous to you. Take that.
What?
She's poisonous. She hurts you.
So does boiling water.
Oh, we have a winner? Yeah, it's flambe. Prove me wrong. It's the flambe team. I'm sorry.
I have already proven you wrong. You're just coping.
Nah, you are. It's flambe.
Oh.
I'm gonna make a YouTube video about it.
You're gonna steal my team and name it something worse?
Yeah, that's what you do to me all the time.
What? When have I done that?
Feud irrational?
Okay, but can you actually really tell me? I didn't steal Furina Rational from you because I didn't learn about it from you.
Lol, yeah.
It didn't already have a name either.
I didn't give it a name. No, I didn't give it a name. No, I didn't.
I heard it from someone else, and it didn't have a name, so it needed one. This is different.
Live smashing. Why?
This is the true Genshin PvP.
Naming.
Yes.
It's flambe.
On top of that, Furina Rational is a good name.
What do you think about Furry National then?
I don't think it really works because like Razor's already that.
Yeah.
You know?
But are Xiangling's Yargs for that team 300? I'm sorry, 350. Sorry. That's not a joke, by the way.
Wait, sorry, say that again?
What? Xiangling's Yarg 350.
In what?
Flambe.
No, you're playing her on Kitane. It's a lot lower.
It's not that much lower.
You're also using Fav on Furina.
Are you doing a 24-second rotation?
I'm not sure. But you're using Fav on Farina, you're using
Keep in mind, Kitane
Fav on
doesn't
Baiju.
really get that much ER value unless you do 2 E's.
Fav on Baiju, Fav on Farina.
Are you also going to do Fav Riesling?
No. He doesn't have a good burst. You just don't use his burst. His burst is dog shit. Like, why would you care about that?
Real, actually.
Bro, unironically, I think Charlotte isn't even that good with him, because, like, you don't even care about getting a cryo unit as your last slot. Why would you care for energy generation? Who cares? His burst sucks! Play Jean!
Baiju. 25. Sure. Xiangling. Press 1. 16 energy from Katane, I think. How much is it?
It's 15, I think.
Oh, sorry, 270 or.
That's not what I got.
Sorry, 233 with 2 favs.
That's still a bit higher than what I got, but I guess it's like safe assumptions.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You still.
ER Sands and a bunch of ER subs.
You're not gonna be able to build much EM. You're not gonna.
But you can go EM main stats, because you don't have to go crit for 5.
Yeah.
And, like, her personal damage isn't the main focus of the team either.
No.
Like,
It's
the burden
mostly-
damage is good, but especially with EM diminishing returns, like, the difference between 700 EM and 1000 EM isn't actually that huge. So if you have to build a lot more ER, then it is what it is, and that's okay.
Yeah. Easily doable, says Obijuzo. I'll try it. I'm definitely down to try it, right? I will try it.
Yes.
Hello.
You will try by Marie.
Yes, I will actually. That sounds really interesting. I was gonna try to double cryo burn melt, which is I've looked at it. It's kind of really cope.
Yeah.
So I might as well do this instead.
Yeah, because like all you gain from a second cryo unit is more melts, right? From a Hydra unit, you gain more
From a second cryo
evades.
unit, you don't gain more melts. Actually, you get less melts.
Well, you get more melts in total because you're getting another cryo unit. You know. Like,
arguably. Oh, cute. Like the thing about doing double cryo burn melt is that you're able to instantly flip the aura back.
yeah, yeah.
Cryo plus dendro equals burning. You don't need to reestablish your pyro aura if you overtake with cryo. That's like the incentive.
And
but
it's
the
part
two
of
spots
why
don't work out
in
for
Bain
it.
Marie, Baiju's not like bad. Like the slower Dendro app isn't that huge of a deal. Because like as soon as you apply it, and then you get another Xiangling Powernado thing or Guoba,
I think you're gonna
bad.
end up with more freeze than you think, and you're just gonna be melting Xiangling doing no damage.
No, you're not. You're not.
Okay, have you tried it?
No, but you're not.
I will try this right now. Where's my Ganyu? I will try.
But you can't do it with Furina. Who are you gonna
Try it
use?
with Ayaka. Kokomi. Koko.
I guess.
We're just trying to like stabilize the aura, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Kokomi kinda works.
Coco Go with 2 Ks. Let's try it with 2 different characters. Real, actually. It's
Yes,
more
sir.
proof of the mechanics.
No, but if you get a lot of freeze uptime, then it's not by Marie, it's Oven. It's already a team. It's been a team for a while.
You gotta come with non-food based names. It's getting tiring.
No.
You gotta come with a new
No! I
You need-
refuse to stop cooking! You,
You need
can't
a new
make
joke.
me!
joke. Start using chemical formulas or something. Maybe that would be funny. NaCl.
No.
You're pretty NaCl yourself.
Wait, let me make a poll. /poll. Should Zajef keep cooking? Yes? No.
You're gonna have to actually explain what that means.
Should the name still be cooking related?
There you go.
There is a right answer, by the way. 38 of you have put the wrong answer. 47 now. It's okay because 168 of you have put the right answer. Overwhelming majority of my chatters are smart. That's Pog.
Okay. Very interesting. Ganyu, Baiju, Selling. What's the last character?
What were the first three?
Furina.
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon.
Wait, share your screen.
There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do this like what, actually?
You can probably use, like, yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
I guess I'm just gonna mash buttons, right?
Yeah, I think it's like, yeah, kinda. Like, looking at that aura, that's pretty cryo, you know?
Yeah.
Or, sorry, pretty pyro.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's working out pretty well, actually. Yeah, that's very interesting. You stand proud, you can cook.
Of course I can cook! You know, I actually have another name that you may not have heard before. People do call me Zajef, but they also happen to sometimes call me the Michelin. Because I happen to have 3 Michelin stars. Like, you may not have known this before. You may not have
tires.
I do have great tires. Heck, I even make people tired of my names. You know, it's just very thematic.
You thought the same thing? No, I got the joke. I just knew it's a tire company. The tire company is the same company for the award.
Yes, I am aware.
Make it stop. Joke TC, pun TC.
This is not joke TC. This team is not a joke. It's a real team. It's going to be Risley's best team.
Are you gonna pull him?
No. Good one! Ha ha! Good one. But it's okay. I can cook with other people's ingredients.
You can invade someone's kitchen.
I don't invade kitchens. I am invited into kitchens. There's a difference. I'm like a what is it? Vampires?
A traveling barista?
I'm like a vampire chef. I will only cook in places where I'm invited.
Oh, you must be invited in.
Yeah, I must be. And I have been invited in. You're the one who called me, remember?
God forbid there's any garlic in the kitchen.
It's fine. This may come off as a surprise to you, but I'm actually not a real vampire, so I can actually have garlic. Not only that, but I like
I don't know.
garlic.
I've seen your sleep schedule.
It's not that bad. Although, to be fair, I did stay up very late yesterday to watch fucking NA get completely obliterated by EU at Worlds.
See? Only a true vampire would play League of Legends.
Yeah. It is a blood-sucking activity, for sure.
Alright, I did just want to make sure that you understood the difference between total stacks and average.
Yes.
Okay.
I am aware.
So, yeah, I do like the Furina buffs just because
I don't like them. I think they're cringe.
I think buffs are always welcome. It's nice that they're willing to, like, give characters
buffs are cool.
Do I think it was necessary in this case? No. Do I appreciate it? Yeah. Thumbs up. Why not?
I just think they shouldn't have reduced the stock limit. Keep the other buffs and just let the stock limit.
I don't mind it. It's still better, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't like the fact that they removed the ability to actually have incentives for, like,
oh yeah, by the way, I got confirmation. The old C6, new C2 is triple stacks. It's not double.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's you insta cap it.
Yep.
Yep. And then you get a ton of additional HP. It's
Yep.
it's like 50-60%. It's quite good.
And you'll get more than that over your rotation. But yeah.
No, I was talking like increase over C1.
Oh, I see.
It's also a team DPS increase because of the damage percent. The reverse 3
Yeah.
constellations are it's very worrying. She's a very strong character.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, just doing a healer no matter what con? Yeah. What's the problem with that? That's exactly true, Incognito, man. What's the problem? Use a healer.
I think you can kind of get away with no healer if you're playing Nebula. With prototype amps.
As long as you don't mind losing Furina's personal damage, yeah. What's wrong with my eye? Is there something wrong with my eye? I hope not. I hope my eyes are okay.
Yeah, I was looking at Noelle, Kazuha, Furina, Yolanda.
Ah, yes. The Copium Kokomi.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting Petra.
It's Copium Kokomi, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did look at the Kokomi DPS team with quadruple and triple hydro. It's really strong.
Yeah.
Kokomi may or may not be a better DPS than Ayaka.
I mean, DPS. She's not the one doing most of the damage now. Let's calm down.
She's not, but it's very funny. With Nubilet, what the fuck else do you use from the fourth slot apart from a healer? Zhongli question mark? I don't know.
Yeah, you can use Zhongli.
You can use Zhongli.
Jean
You
Zhongli.
can use Kazuha and a non-animo healer, like Kazuha Baiju, I guess. Yeah. Or you could do Baiju and a Hyperbloom trigger, Baiju and a Burgeon trigger, Baiju and a Burning character, right? If you really wanted to. Nahida C2, way worse, not even close! Nahida C2 was a 20% team DPS increase. Furina's is probably pretty similar. I don't really care about the argument. How much ER for Furina? It's generally going to be like 160, 180 is the safe range.
160, 180 and double Hydro. I think that's the...
I was looking at 30-second Hyperloom rotations for El Haitham.
Oh, 30 seconds!
Yeah, 2 Shinobuis.
Wait, get 2
and
bursts?
You get a bunch of... What?
Do you get 2 bursts or 1 burst?
You can you time Furina's burst, so it lasts specifically for his field time. It works.
Okay.
I have the rotation written down somewhere. Somewhere.
Yeah, sure. Why 30?
Here we go. There you go. Why 30? Because that's how long the turret lasts, and you do two Shinobuis for a full healing uptime. Right. You might as well. At that point. It looks like this. Shinobu
Cookie's your...
E. Haitham, you do 3 mirrors here. Shinobu burst, Haitham burst. This could be Nihila E skill again, doesn't really matter. Haitham burst. Then you re-up the Shinobu E skill during Haitham's burst weight, and then you do 4 mirrors. And that's 30 seconds.
And then if you get hit once, you just can't heal enough anymore.
No, Shinobu E is here at the start of the rotation. You're healing Nahida and Furina. For at least enough. And you're also hopefully going to be constantly proccing.
I mean, you're healing them, sure, but like you're also losing a lot of HP from Furina, right?
You're healing them, and you're hoping that the healing that you get during setup is enough that.
Yeah, I think if you start getting hit on top of that, you're gonna start to struggle actually maintaining that above 50% HP.
Yes. If you get hit a lot, yeah, for sure.
Not a lot. I think a little is gonna be enough.
I don't know about a little. It's. Shinobu's healing for like 3k ticks on a fully M build.
Yeah, more or less.
And then that with 20% healing bonus, I think that's fine. Or 30% healing bonus. at max, or so like yeah, 20% healing bonus. It's not bad.
I guess.
I think that'll be okay.
It's fine. Just gotta crown her skill.
Double 12 is fine. Full HP Shinobu angle, nah, you just build the M, right?
Yeah. If you have to go full HP, then it's not worth playing.
Yeah, at that point, why are we really doing hyper?
Yeah.
10 to leveler scale, if you wanted the healing, you probably should have anyway. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
What?
It might be an EM healing bonus angle, though.
That would be funny. It's probably like a worst. Is a healing bonus circlet even better than an HP main stat with Furina's healing bonus?
Someone in my chat is asking why is getting hit bad, because with Kuki, like Kuki by herself will not be enough to break even on Nahida's HP drain. You need to proc Nahida's passive.
You mean Furina?
Sorry, Furina, my bad. But yeah, Kuki by herself, because you're draining every single member at once and you're only healing one member at a time, Kuki won't be enough to break even with Furina's HP drain, unless you actually proc Furina's passive that heals.
You need
right?
to proc the A1 healing passive.
Yeah, so once you start getting hit, that means that you won't be full HP as often, which means you'll proc it less often.
You won't be procking it as often.
Which means you're losing out on a lot of healing.
Yep. At least you can't go below 50.
Yeah,
something, insert Zajef comment. You can lose a few hits on her passive buff. It's okay. How do you keep Shinobu above 50% though? The same way? The A1 procking? Would Yao Yao be good instead of Baiju? If you're willing to run around in a circle with Yao Yao's burst. Yes. If your rotation has time to run around in a circle, you can use Yao Yao with no problem. And arguably Yao Yao would be better because she heals more.
Wait, I'm actually kind of wondering now. What if you did 15-second rotations with alternating burst every other rotation with Xiangling on a Bain-Marie team with Yao Yao instead of Baiju?
Interesting. Is there E1 heal yes, or A1 heals the entire team at the same time. And it does scale up from healing bonus. But also, you still need a fair bit of healing bonus for it to break even with the drain now. It is very difficult to break even with the drain now. Because of the way they buffed the... They didn't buff the A1, but they buffed the HP consumption. Which is an interesting choice. If they're going to change anything, I do expect the A1 to be buffed. Because right now, I think it's not as good as it probably should be. Or it's a bit more difficult to use than it should be.
Maybe.
Do you need any healer with Neuvillette Proto Amber? I would say yes. Zajef would say no. It's kind of subjective.
Yeah, with a healer, you get your stacks faster, and you have better uptime on Neuvillette's, on Furina's Ascension 4 passive. No, wait, no.
It's just a part of her.
Furina's skill passive. Furina's skill passive.
She has, like,
why isn't it an Ascension? Whatever.
It's confusing.
That gives you more damage if it is draining characters' HP. If it's not draining characters' HP, it deals a bit less damage.
You expect them to increase stat count to 350 and nerf the damage percent gain a bit? I don't know. Like, they kind of just dropped the stat count and buffed the damage percent gain. They might keep tuning it. They might like where it is. But we don't know. Regarding healers, you can use the Furina. I think literally any healer gets you a lot of damage. Like, you're getting...
I think Bennett doesn't really work that well.
Yes, Bennett, unless you're playing a character with shorter field time requirements, you're able to spread it around.
jstern.
But that's really cope and kind of specific.
jstern, what do you think about Furina and Deity?
Groovy.
Man, I was looking at it, and honestly, I don't think it's gonna be very good.
I mean, I looked at Dia Vape, even if you could drive Yala and Jingzhou when she released.
Yeah.
Or when she was going to release in pre-release. It's about as good as Z-Luke Vape.
Yeah. But like,
so like, no matter
what I was looking at
the end of the day, I don't know what your expectation is, right?
Yeah. What I was looking at is the fact that you can't even use Jean in a Deitine because you're gonna get Sunfire, and then you can't vape anymore. So like,
isn't that more damage? Isn't that more...
maybe? Yeah, so you just forward vape Furina instead of reverse vaping Dea.
It definitely is more damage.
Yeah, it probably is. You're right. Fuck me, man. God damn it. Oh, it's okay. This is fine. Everything is fine.
But yeah, like you could argue, you could even if you, I know you like Mona with Dia, Furina's straight up better, right?
Say that again. Sorry.
Furina's straight up better than Mona for your Dia vape.
But Furina, like, the overall team DPS will be higher, but the personal damage past first rotation, if you're not running Jean, is lower on Dea.
Past first rotation. Okay, yeah.
Because you don't have a way to heal your team.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you can only heal Dea and like maybe one take on Kazuha.
Groovy. I wish Dia was a bit better defensively with Furina. Dia not being a healer, he just scuffs her out the gate. As for being a defensive character, same with Zhongli. They get scuffed. Like, they kind of get screwed. That's good? I mean, is that good? I think a lot of people wanted to use Dia as a defensive option, right? When they heard what Furina was going to do. Or, like, conceptually, if you hear what Furina's going to do. How she rewards you for having a defensive character in your teams.
Yeah, clueless. Surely Dea's passive works on, or surely Dea's E works on the HP drain, right?
Do you know why you can't use Varuksh's Glow on characters in Furina team?
Does it not count?
It does not. The reason it works
funny.
with Dia, it requires you to get hit. Furina and like the HP change mechanics do not hit you; they just change your HP. The reason it works with Dia is because, much like Dia, the set is jank. And Dia punches herself in the face, and it checks for that.
Oh.
Dia's red vein, she's literally beating herself up.
Yeah. Honestly, I really think they should change it so that for like Dea can absorb the HP drain from Furina.
Ah, that would be interesting. That'd be very interesting, actually.
Yeah, because then you could get away a lot more easily without party-wide healers, as long as you heal Dea.
Hmm.
That
Why
could
are
be
you hitting
very
yourself?
interesting. True.
Dia PS loss? I'm sorry, I apologize.
It's the good old level 60 out of 70 Dea with no artifacts, so that when she like tanks your other party member's drain, it changes her HP more, so you get more stacks.
Varukash's Glow would be Alan's best in slot set in Furina teams if you could use it. It's a bit of a shame.
Rebozo.
How would that work though, since Dia takes a lot of percent damage? Would that be on fielder's HP percent loss or Dia's HP percent loss? Yeah, because Furina does drain percent HP. Not current percent. How would that work, actually? That's a good point.
With what?
So, since Furina drains percent total HP,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't have a fixed amount of drain.
Yes.
So, the way Dia works is she literally absorbs damage taken. So, the question the chatter has is, how would that work? Would you only be absorbing... Let's say you take 2% self-damage, Dia has double the HP. Are you only getting 1%? Also, it'd be 50%, so you're only getting 0.5%.
Yeah, like if you have I don't know, if you have 40k HP Neuvillette who would take 1% of his HP, right? So he'd lose 400, right?
Right.
With Dea, he'd only lose 200, and Dea would lose the other 200 as well.
So
on
Dia
top of
would
her,
lose the 200.
yeah, Dea would lose a 200 on top of what she's
200 of
losing.
herself. Okay.
On top of what she's losing from Furina's thing on herself, right?
Mm-hmm. Interesting theory. We'll see if they implement that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they will. Because
You know, one of our
I don't think they're very concerned with making Dea work.
Furina is cringe. You don't want to farm Merchase Hunter for any on-fielder. I think it's very funny. Whenever you like recommend builds for a character, you have to say, when you're playing with Furina, Merchase Hunter becomes the best in slot set by 10%.
Yes.
It's a really interesting disclaimer guides are going to have to include now. Guys, which sucks, but whatever. I guess. And they chose to do this. It was an intentional choice.
Jstern.
Yes.
Look at what I crafted yesterday
What am I looking at?
on my
There's nothing
stream.
to look at. I'm not looking at your stream.
Well, open it!
Is it an artifact? Oh, Forest Regalia, R5.
Yes, sir! For the Neuvillette team. Plus 120 EM. Easy clap. Follow me, we do pre-TC calcs. Alright, mods, you know what we do with self-promoters in chat, right?
Uh-huh. Holy. Thoughts on Key, Furina, as a replace, very similarly to LG Elon.
It's not 5.
It's
No,
not Fav Yellow either.
Yeah.
If your team uses EM, you might as well use Key.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure it'll be pretty decent.
It's plus 100 EM for the entire team. It's just like LG. It's quite good. Weapon on Neuvillette, if you run in with C2 Furina, why does C2 Furina change anything?
I guess you front load your stacks, so it devalues damage percent, but...
Yeah, like regarding Neuvillette, his weapon, there are 3 weapon options. Pick one of the 3.
Yeah.
Prototype Amber, Sacrificial Jade, Tome of the Eternal Flow. It's not.
To be fair, in Overworld, it can also be nice to have either Sackfrag or Fav. Because you're less reliant. Well, with Sackfrag, you're not as reliant on burst, and with Fav,
I don't mind waiting 12 seconds. It's Overworld.
Yeah, I guess. But 12 seconds is enough to clear like 3 camps of enemies, so.
You know, some of those puzzles you can spin to win and break them. You need to apply Hydro in a big area.
No way.
In Overworld, enemies die in 1E. They won't always, especially if you're using a lower damage weapon like Fav or Sackfrags.
Honestly, the damage is not that much lower.
Well, that's just an HP scaling thing, right?
Yeah.
Prototype Amber, or compared to Prototype Amber, I could see that argument. But compared to, like, Sacrificial Jade, it's a really good weapon.
Like when I'm doing artifact domains, like some of them I can do in 1E, but most of them is 2.
You have the pipe finish R5. Congrats! I've heard the pipe is a lot easier to fish than the catch. It takes like half the time, allegedly. Which is very nice. I'm glad that they,
I'll never know.
On that. You're never gonna fish.
I still have exploding population. The Monsat Adventurers Guild has sent out an urgent commission stating that the fish population in nearby bodies of water has been abnormal lately.
You didn't do the
I
fishing
did
event
not.
for the Primo Gems.
Fuck that!
Really? Even I did the fishing event for the Primo Gems.
Fuck that! I'm not fishing!
Actually, I also farmed the catch. Hello!
Oh! Ah! Sorry.
How often do you run into canceling Neuvillette's charge attack too early?
What do you mean?
Where he sucks the balls up and does the attack charge attack.
That's not because you canceled it too early. That's just because you got fucking cringed by, like, the ball being slightly out of range or it being a ghost ball.
No, you can cancel too early.
Really?
I literally I do it 1 out of every 3 times. I do it.
Well, I don't know. I guess that's just a skill issue. 'Cause that doesn't really happen to me.
It happened to you so often yesterday, Silas. You have C6. How are you even making that mistake? You only have to hold the button, do it once per rotation. How are you fucking up? How are you?
Anyways, I am going to people leave. Goodbye, jstern.
Goodbye.